What is up, everybody? Today's gonna be a trade recap for August 27th, 2026. And today I took one trade on pounds here for around a $2,200 win. So absolutely insane day. And I'm gonna be going over pretty much what I saw in this trade, right? And if you guys watch my weekly outlooks or my prior trades, right, you know I've been watching pounds here for literally the entire week because usually when we're playing these names that are showing relative strength or momentum in the hard time frame, you'll be playing them multiple times a week or multiple weeks as well because if it's trending, we want to play with that trend, right? So yeah, pretty much let's first go over the Discord alerts and then talk about why I was looking at Palantir, and then we'll go break down the setup itself, right? Because it's pretty straightforward. So yeah. 928, want to see SPY hold previous high level to hold to the upside we made with the NVIDIA earnings. Main watch will be Palantir above previous high level. Let's see what same share relative strength has out to weakness first 5 minutes. So very straightforward game plan, right? I'm watching Palantir. Why in the pre-market? Just because that higher time frame was so bullish. I'm anticipating that break of that key level and momentum to the upside, right? Otherwise, every other name really choppy to be honest, considering how big of a move we have at NVIDIA earnings. So Palantir was the only name I'm gonna be watching, right? So 941, Palantir calls 182.5 on watch, and Palantir calls 187 main TP, 10 o'clock, right? So have been lagging. Oh yeah, so I'll talk about that later. But this is the position, right? Stop loss is going to be below this higher time frame level, and you simply want to see us trend up. And yeah, so let's just skim over this real quick. And yeah, so ended up this trade was actually a solid trade, but just moved really slow at the end. But now let's talk about the actual trade, right? So what did I see on Palantir? So first of all, relative strength. Second of all, what's happening on Palantir, right? So again, you guys saw what I said earlier. I said I'm lagging. So what's happening on Palantir? So the best entry on this name would have been at this 840 candle by far. 840 candle, yeah, 840 candle because we had strong price action. We had buyers stepping up at this higher time frame level, 5 range high, very good risk reward. This would have been the best trade by far to enter on this name, even if you entered all the way up at this candle top. Unfortunately, I missed this trade. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit tilted. But again, what happens when you miss a really good entry on the trade, right? If you have that higher time frame thesis, all you have to do is just wait for another good risk reward pullback, right? That's all we really can do on these type of trades. So I enter on this pullback into this 90 MA plus fair value gap. I just want to see buy step up and just continue this trend because I knew if the trade came below this key level in the higher time frame, the trade would have been invalidated, right? Because I want to see this level, this previous pivot high on the higher time frame hold for buy step up for that higher high and higher low for that upside move. So yeah, that is pretty much the thesis of this trade. The best entry easily would have been at this candle stop loss below this key level. Very obvious. Buy stepping up at this area. Very clean trade, very clean move, very clean thesis, right? If you guys look at the weekly outlooks and the trade recaps prior, I've been talking about this entire week, right? The next trade, I'll just give you guys the sauce for next week. Next trades, next week, I'm gonna likely watch SpaceX coming into next week and also Palantir again. So Palantir, especially SpaceX above this pivot area, this 141.64. I'm gonna be watching SpaceX coming into Friday and next week, and then Palantir as well, right? I'm just giving you all the sauce right now, bro, because I don't know. I don't know if I can make a trade recap tomorrow, to be honest, because I'm traveling. But yeah, that's pretty much a trade. Like very solid, right? At the peak, right? This was over 30%, right? But yeah, let's see if I missed anything real quick. Cause I only have one monitor right now because I didn't plug the other one in. But yeah. So yeah, so 1013 Microsoft is ripping as well above 500. So Microsoft has always shown relative strength. So this name as well, right? Something you can look to play because above 500, very strong weekly above this 500, very clear trend, very clear risk reward on these type of trending names. All you have to do is form with these simply the risk reward, right? And yeah, I also said Tesla calls on watch, but this one actually ended up not even playing it at all. It did have a decent move, but it was just a little bit harder to get an entry on this name because of how choppy the price action was on QQ Spy, right? So if you go back on 1 minute time frame, right, pretty choppy price action on Tesla at this previous level. Not really strong buy stepping up and not any good pullbacks. It did have a nice break retest of this pullback right here, but I wasn't looking at this point, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. But Tesla also can be on watch coming into next week. I'll probably talk about in the outlook, but simply just breakout of this pivot level on the higher time frame. Just want to see a breakout, but yeah, that is pretty much a trade recap. Again, make sure you watch the weekly outlook. I think I'll upload it. I actually am not even sure, but all I'm going to say is right now is that there are really good steps coming into next week. Really good steps coming into next week. There should be some momentum also as well with good NVIDIA earnings. I expect QQ now to push all-time highs. But yeah, that is pretty much it. If you guys wait, only 4 minute long trade recap. Did I not go over everything? I think I pretty much went over everything. How's this only 4 minutes? Huh. I don't know if I missed anything. I talked about Palantir, right? That should go the higher time frame. I don't know if I did, but yeah, I mean, very clean chart on Palantir. Very textbook breakout. Very textbook trade. Unfortunately, I missed the best entry on this name, which is unfortunate. But again, you can still catch a trending name even if you miss the first entry, right? All you have to do is make sure when you're going to be wrong. So I knew this trade underneath this level in the higher time frame. Which where did I get this level? Do I even drop the sauce, bro? Um, what is this? 1846. I can tell you it's that pivot level in the higher time frame, right? This pivot level right here. So I just want to see this level hold for that move to the upside. So I knew if Pounce goes below there, then my trades are validated. If it holds above, then the trade has still momentum, right? Because the higher time frame is bullish, 5 minutes bullish, right? And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think drop too much sauce to be honest. But yeah, very solid trade, very solid month overall, very solid. I'll when I go home, I'll do the math, but this is a good month, right? It might be over $30,000, but a good month. And yeah, I mean, guys, what more can you really ask for, right? Traveling, trading, relaxing, like and this is the best job slash life ever, but it's not easy. Trading is not easy. It's very easy to do stupid shit in trading and fuck over a lot of progress in a very quick period of time. So you have to consistently maintain discipline, which people only talk about, right? But that's the hardest thing to do. Is after you already know what to do, after you know how to make money, following your rules and doing it is the hard part, right? Because you know, it's easier said than done. But yeah, solid week, solid month as well. Next week I expect good setups, as I said earlier. But yeah, I'm just looking at the markets now. But yeah, no, nothing's really happening. QQ's consolidating. But yeah, if you have any questions, join the Discord down below. Otherwise, do not forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I mean, did I go over everything, bro? Yeah, the reason why I said that's grandpa is because this trade, I was in this trade for over an hour for us to finally hit like at least TP1, right? And then it actually ended up hitting TP, which is at 186 later in the day. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm surprised it's a quick recap. Um, Peace.